We thought by going to Disney on a school day during the week, we would avoid the crowds. We were wrong. Hey guys, I'm Badminton Becky, but today I'm going to be more Becky than Badminton because Azhi and I are at Shanghai Disney. It's January 2021 and I'm going to start right off is coming to Disney during a global pandemic the best idea? I think maybe. Shanghai has not had a case of COVID for weeks and I think months. I think a couple months they haven't had any. Shaman, we haven't had any cases in like 8 months, so it's pretty much safe. You know, you never know. We could be quarantined or something if somebody here today ends up sick like a week later. We have to give our information before you enter so they can find you. So who knows, maybe this will end up with a quarantine, but it just means that we have to have a lot of fun because maybe we'll end up in a hotel for 2 weeks. But Shanghai Disney's the most recent park, opened in 2016. So it's the newest and it was engineered with like Instagram in mind. So there's like a lot of Instagrammable places here. It's also partially owned by a Chinese company. I think it's majority owned by a Chinese company. So they made this park with the Chinese in mind, not just in the culture of the park, but in the actual build of the park. And I'll show you one example. This, the train station. You know, in other parks, the train station, you know, and you enter under the train tunnel. But in this park, there is no train. It's just a fake train station entrance. Why? Because the train comes from the American West, and when they connected the East Coast to the West Coast, and how did we build that train? Basically, we built it on the blood and bones of Chinese workers. So maybe it's not the best memory to bring up in a park full of Chinese people. So no train, just one of the differences. So let's go. We want to go in. We had to wait like an hour to get in. It took forever. So let's go have fun. I think the official rule was you had to wear a mask while waiting in line, though most people just wear their mask all day. There's not much of a social stigma against wearing masks here, though I did hear in Florida Disney you're not allowed to walk around and eat. In Shanghai you can. You can see some social distancing lines on the ground, but nobody really paid much attention to them. In a country that has 10 times the population of America in roughly the same landmass size, social distancing has never been a big part of the pandemic prevention here. Still about a month before Spring Festival, but we're after Christmas, so it's all decorated for Chinese New Year's or Spring Festival time. Not that you would know it's winter time because it's really hot today. It's like 17 degrees. Tomorrow's going to be 7 degrees though, so today's a better day to go, but everybody decided to come today. We thought coming on a Friday it would be less busy, but nope. There's still lots of characters out and about, but you can't stand next to them to take pictures, and they don't have the like Disney staff photographers that help you take pictures. You just gotta do selfies now. Now, those of you that are familiar with Disney, like me, and love Disney, you know that when you enter, always to the right is Tomorrowland. But in Shanghai Disney, it's reversed. So when you enter to the right is Adventure Isle. But we are not going to go to Adventure Isle. Here's a whole land that other Disneys don't have. Treasure Cove. Treasure Cove is all pirate themed, and they have a big pirate ship you can walk around and stuff. And it's also where Pirates of the Caribbean is. And we're going to go on that first. You live in China, you know what that is. So you may have heard that the pirates here in Shanghai is unlike any of the other pirates ever. It's so cool. It's like super modern, has like a ton of interactive stuff. but I'm not gonna show you. I don't like when people show the rides in videos about Disney because first off, it never looks as good on video as it does when you're in the moment, and I don't want to ruin anything. So let me just say, it's worth waiting for this ride because it's awesome. Even if you're a Disney purist like me, who loves the original one, that'll always have a place in my heart, but this is way more fun. Azhi, 你感觉怎么样？喜欢吗？ He totally sings the song wrong. So we went on Pirates. That was our first ride, and it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're actually gonna go get something to eat now. One thing in Shanghai Disney, everyone speaks Chinese. So it was a Chinese-speaking Captain Jack Sparrow and a Chinese-speaking Kraken. Jack， 为什么放在这里？因为名字一样吗？
应该是。
哇哦
Lisa 是吧
，Sally。
哦，Sally。
多少
99 500块。
刷单子吗？你说前年卡没有啊？找你。
We're waiting in line for a turkey leg.
你好，
你好，一个。
一个火鸡腿吗？
对
好的。这边饮料你有需要吗？或者这边卡？好的，一共80元，年卡单车没有是吗？没有。好的，这边微信扫您80元啊。小票您还需要吗？
要。
要的是吗？
要。
好，好的。
什么麻烦吗？哇！ This is Barbosa's Bounty, one of the larger cafeterias at Shanghai Disney. And they have like a ton of rooms and it's really cool. And if you go all the way to the back, you can see the people that are riding on Pirates of the Caribbean, just like the California one. Everyone's got to have hot water in China. Yeah. Come on.
一个卷饼，一个鸡翅果。
你买吗？哇哦！ and some mustard flavored dressing. Pretty If you saw my last Disney videos, you know I'm not a thrill seeker kind of person. I know these are kind of lame roller coasters compared to like really tall ones and stuff, but just don't like them. Some rides here have a single rider lane, so you can get in that, and it's supposedly a lot shorter than the normal line. But you can go with the friends, but you can't necessarily sit together, but it's still a good way to sneak ahead of the lines in some of the rides. We're taking a break from eating to stand in line. Literally a 2-minute ride for a 45-minute wait, but it's so worth it. Even in Chinese, I love Winnie the Pooh. You like literally enter a book. That's like the coolest. And for the record, Eeyore's name in Chinese sounds like Eeyore. Winnie sounds like Winnie, but Piglet is called Xiaoju, little pig, and Tigger is called Tiao Tiao. And it means jumping tiger. We're waiting for Winnie, but he took off, so now we're gonna see who's coming out of that door next. Hey, Winnie. Cute. That's cute, right? 喜欢 Winnie 吗？
我喜欢跳跳，好吗？
好。I want to take a picture with the sword and the stone, but these people are playing music and the sword and the stone is right behind them. Quick word on toilets. They do have Chinese and Western style toilets in the bathrooms, and they have toilet paper and soap, in case you were wondering. Now we are in line for the most classic of Disney rides that has made it into Shanghai Disney, Peter Pan's Flight. This one has a little some new technology, but it's like pretty legit to the old original Peter Pan, so you know I like it. I don't even know the last time I've seen Peter Pan, maybe like 30 years ago, but you gotta love the ride. get a Mickey waffle anywhere, but Shanghai is the only place to get a Donald Duck waffle. At the Il Papino Cafe, which means duck in Italian, you can get Donald Duck waffles. I was on the understanding that there was a ham and cheese waffle, Donald's waffle, but they don't have it right now. They have some special Spring Festival flavors. So I just got a chocolate Mickey waffle and a hot chocolate sea salt caramel. What's mine? Okay. Sun just set and it got super cold all of a sudden. It's like freezing now. So there's some stuff I want to look at in the nighttime, like the castle. This is also very special for Shanghai Disney. It is the largest castle in the whole of all the Disney parks. The other Disney parks, they use perspective to make the castle look big, but when you get there, it's actually quite small. This is actually a big castle, and it looks super pretty at night. This castle is also not just for Cinderella, but it's dedicated to all the princesses. Then we did Crystal Grotto. It's a slow boat ride where you just look at statues and hear music from the movies. But my friend Emily, when she lived in Xiamen, she worked at a boat making company and they actually made part of the boats for this ride. So this one is for you, Emily. But I gotta say, it's probably the lamest ride in Shanghai Disney. After that super thrilling boat ride, I'm freezing my tuchus off, so we're getting a little oolong tea. They have a nice peach oolong tea I'm gonna get. And then I think we're gonna go to Cheesecake Factory. It's right outside in Disneytown. It's the street outside the park. And I think we're gonna sit there to warm up because it's still like 2 hours until the fireworks and we are so cold. The only problem is we think a lot of other people might have the same idea as us and it's probably going to be crowded. Okay, we've just made a radical decision. Have decided to go home. We left the park, we came out to Disneytown, which is right outside, to go to Cheesecake Factory. We had to wait in line just to give our names, and then she said it'd be an 80-minute wait. The fireworks are in 2 hours, so we don't want to wait like 2 hours for dinner and then miss the fireworks. And it's like freezing cold. We're both like dying of freezing cold. So we have made the decision. We came. There's a World of Disney store here outside the park. We came here for one last look at all the goods, see if we want to buy something. Last time we bought like matching shirts, so maybe we want to buy something like that this time. But then we're gonna go home because Shanghai, honestly, there's so much delicious food in the city. It's a disappointment to not see the fireworks because, you know, they're romantic and they're really cool. And Hong Kong Disney didn't have them because the castle was closed both times I went recently. But I think it's the best decision. Like, it's so cold. We are so cold. And like, I have a hat and a jacket, but not prepared for this weather. So, slightly uneventful ending to our time in Shanghai Disney, but it was a good time. We went on a total of 5 rides. Although we did get here late. We didn't even enter the park till about noon. So, and now it's 6 and we're leaving. So we did maybe about a ride an hour. So we didn't even go to 2 of the lands. We didn't go to Tomorrowland and we didn't go to Adventure Isle. Soarin'. I really wanted to go on Soarin', but the lowest line we saw was 90 minutes and the highest was like 140-minute wait. So I didn't want to wait that long for Soarin', even though I've never done that ride. Oh well. Next time, hopefully no pandemic, and I can come back in the spring or the fall when the weather is temperate and not so cold. So if this is the first time you've watched any of my videos because you like Disney and not badminton, please check out my other videos. Badminton is the second most played sport in the world, yet a lot of Westerners don't know anything about it besides it's a backyard sport for kids. It's not. It is harder than tennis. It is more physically intense than tennis. It is an Olympic sport. So please check out my other videos. And if you are a badminton person, I'll see you guys next time on the court. Okay, bye.